Hello everyone, and welcome back to the NR2003 Boner Cup Series. We are here at one of the most historic and most famous racetracks in all of America, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 400. People think of this track, they think of races like the Indy 500, or maybe when F1 went here. Here it's the Boners and all the NASCAR people, seeing who can conquer the rectangle here at Indy.
Racing excellence here at Indianapolis is nothing new. There are so many teams that have come here and have dominated and really are just up in the history books. You think of the winners at the Brickyard 400, you've got Hendrick, Childress, Joe Gibbs, Yates, Evanham, they are all here. If you want to win this race, you have to be really at the top of your game because the other winners are just elite company, the highest of the highs.
Well, someone that knows a lot about Indianapolis as well is Paul Menard. He didn't show up at Portland because he wanted to focus all of his attention to Indy. This is the site of his only Cup win, and he holds some of that magic again. Maybe get his second win at this racetrack.
For the first time since the Daytona duels, we are seeing Jimmy Johnson in the Boner Cup Series field. He knows a lot about winning here. He is the second winningest driver in the Brickyard 400, 4 wins in 2006, 2008, 2009 and 2012. Despite not making a race so far this season, this is his first, and I think he's at a pretty good track to start.
This is also the site where he sent the 3 wide while blowing up, which was one of the most awesome moments in NASCAR history.
Ty Dillon is famously a race winner here at Indianapolis. He was able to take home the trophy in the ORAPS series for Richard Childress Racing. So he's looking to have more success here at Indianapolis from the pole.
I'm pretty sure it was called Nationwide. But let's send it over to the Blue Chew Droner. How about the starting grid? Well, we literally just talked about him, but on the pole, it's Ty Dillon, famous Indianapolis winner, next to Trevor Bayne, who is not quite a winner, but he did win another crown jewel in the Daytona 500. Behind them, it's the returning Brandon Jones, next to Austin Dillon. Following that, we got Elliott Sadler next to an Indianapolis winner at the road course, AJ Allmendinger. Behind that, we got Josh Berry filling in for Sam Hornish Jr. next to Hunter Nemechek, quite infamous at this racetrack. And next up, we got Todd Gilliland and Casey Mears.
Danica Patrick has made 5 starts in the Brickyard 400. Her best finishing position is where she starts today in 11th place. To her outside, the zone number 30 of Johnny Sauter. Behind that, we have Ricky Stenhouse driving for RFK Racing. To his outside, Eric Jones with a very winning number at Indianapolis, number 20. Behind them, Michael McDowell, and to his outside, Eric Almirola. The last time Almirola was here, of course, he was in a big wreck with Austin Hill in the Grand National Series. Starting his first Indianapolis race since 2003 is Casey Atwood in the number 91. To his outside, as we said earlier, a former winner here in Paul Menard. To round out your top 20, a winner in this season already, David Reagan, and to his outside, Scott Speed in the number 82.
Up next is Carson Hocevar riding the Dente, and to his outside is Marcus Ambrose. Behind them, it is Noah Gregson and Cole Witt. Then is one of my favorite part-timers, Andy Lally, here for the Brickyard. His outside is Corey Joy. Behind them, it is famous IndyCar driver Cody Ware, and to his outside is David Stremme riding with the Grinch. Then it is Brian Vickers, and notably not in a CW car, so I don't give a about him, Matt Benedetto.
Following that, we got Daniel Suarez in Trackhouse number 99 next to Reed Storms. Behind that, we got Scott Wimmer in the Lucas Oil colors next to Garrett Smithley. Following that up, Harrison Byrne and the famous Wood Brothers number 21 next to Jimmy Johnson, multi-time winner here at Indy, also former IndyCar driver. Behind them, it's Josh Balicki next to my favorite driver, Justin Haley. Following that, we got Travis Kvapil next to Van Gisbergen.
And we make it to the last couple cars on the grid. He's another winner here in the Nationwide Series, is Riley Herbst in the 95, subbing for Regan Smith. To his outside is Ryan Preece, with a pretty bad qualifying effort from him. And rounding out the grid, an Indy 500 driver, Catherine Legg in the 78.
Now, let's send it over to the command. And here to get the command to start engines, it's fellow brick enthusiast, Inspector Gadget.
Drivers, start your engines! In Minecraft.
Well, that was a fantastic command, as always, from the Boner Cup Series people. What do you think's going to happen here at Indy?
I would like to think that Chevrolet would be good here. We've obviously got one that's taken the pole. They've had 18 Brickyard 400 wins in the past. There's a decent mix. I mean, top 3 Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet. But I would think, at least, that as this race pans out, it's going to be a Chevy looking to get the win.
Well, Chevrolet's also the only ones here that have actively ran IndyCar in recent memory, so... Do they know anything about Indy? Who knows?
I mean, we could note the IndyCar powerhouse team in the series being Chip Ganassi Racing with their Chevys. Did they do anything today?
Also Penske, to be fair, even though they only have 1.5 cars.
And they're also running Fords.
Which, I don't think a Ford has won the Indy 500 in a while. If ever.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's a very long, historic racetrack. We're coming through turns 3 and 4 right now.
Well, they kind of know a bit about these corners. Obviously, we said Pocono Raceway has 3 different corners, all designed based off different corners in America. One of those
Sanok, I have news for you. Ford has won the Indy 500 8 times.
That's more than one. But the drivers
Wasn't like the
will come
1960s.
through. Yeah, that's what I figured. Drivers will come through the Geico restart zone, and we are underway here at the Brickyard 400.
Ty Dillon.
I haven't seen a lot out of Ty Dillon ever since the 2nd or 3rd race of the season, but maybe the pole's something to be happy about. Burn Jones trying to dive low, but Ty Dillon is able to block that.
Yeah, I thought Brandon Jones would have something going there. It's always been an interesting type of racing here in Indianapolis. A lot of people kind of equate it to super speedway racing, but
It's
just
quite that, but close enough.
I'd say it's just different to really anything else we have. The length and the turns, really such a challenge put on these drivers, and especially when you're racing for position.
Yeah.
There is no other venue in the world. There's no other venue in the world quite like Indianapolis. It's truly special the boners get to race here.
Really special when anyone gets to race here. Be it GR Cup, be it literally anything. Just a really good racetrack in almost any series.
And I want to make a quick point of Josh Berry in the 22. I believe he's running 5th or 6th at the minute. Of course, that 22 normally driven by Sam Hornish, a 2-time Indy 500 winner, but he's still injured. But to be fair, Josh Berry doing pretty good at the minute.
I think this is Josh Berry's 2nd or 3rd visit to Indianapolis.
You're seeing side by side for 2nd.
Yeah,
now.
you saw Sadler get a bit aggressive for 2nd there. He couldn't make the move, but gonna try again here.
That's 2 powerhouses
inside
in
lane.
the Xfinity series, and they're making it work here. I guess Ty Dillon is too.
Evernham Motorsports, because we said in the pre-race they have one here, but that was 2002. We are a pretty long time from that. But you never know, they could make it back to Victory Lane.
It's not a shocker to see an Evernham car in Victory Lane these days. Though most of the time it's this 19 car of Elliott Sadler, not the other one. Side-by-side action, that's John Hunter Nemechek and Trevor Bain. Both of them passed Josh Berry. Going through the field a little bit, got Todd Gilliland, race winner on the season.
Danica Patrick has not dropped off. In fact, she's actually gained positions so far. Up into 9th is what the ticker says.
Yeah, but I think she has lost a few spots here in this corner.
She's got Casey Miz trying to come through.
David Regan as well. Must have talked about him earlier, but here's Paul Menard. They're pretty wide through turn number 3.
Wide at Indianapolis.
But they make it
They've
work.
got the room to do it.
That was a very wide racetrack, and also the inside is pretty much the only viable lane. So, yeah, Paul Menard, winner at Indianapolis in the Cup Series. His only Cup win ever, so definitely be looking to repeat that.
And he's with the same team, same number, same everything. Except for the car, Paul Menard has got to be pretty locked in right now. Just doing what he can.
And he skipped Portland to lock in even further for this race, and I think it's working out. You see, Ty Dillon got passed by both Elliott Sadler and Brendan Jones. Talked about the powerhouses of the Nationwide Series, and here they are.
It's almost tandem drafting that they're doing here. Brandon Jones and Ty Dillon, they're very logged together through that back straight, through those turns. Ty Dillon has lost him, but those two cars were hooked up and moving.
Yeah,
but of course now
we saw something similar to that in the Xfinity Series in 2024 with Buddy Hurst and Cole Custer trying to pass Eric Almirola for the lead, which Riley Hurst managed to do successfully. Not running so hot right now.
It's not necessarily a drafting track, but this is a track where the draft matters a lot more than most others. I'd say the only one it matters more at are the super speedways.
Yep, which we're still not done with the super speedways. We only did Daytona so far, so I've got quite a few.
good 4-pack of cars. They are single file, but Austin Dillon was leading them. Actually, Ty Dillon now.
Yeah,
as we've got a bit of a
Ty
break.
Dillon might work together here.
And AJ is poking out a little bit, trying to get away from the Fords. But I don't really see the benefit in that.
Follow them through. AJ, he might be able to get past Trevor Bain. No, he's gonna get blocked actually.
He's still there.
I think. Not anymore though. But up front, still Sadler, still Brandon Jones, still Ty Dillon.
Elliott Sadler up front is a pretty familiar sight to this series.
So does Brendan Jones, to be fair. He just doesn't finish there. Actually, that's kind of
really
just...
not been understood.
Well, besides Brent Cruz, that's kind of just the whole 54 team. Ty Gibbs also did that. Got the pole at Fontana. And then just crashed. He was also running up front at Michigan before his accident, which thankfully he's coming back soon, but that's something you like to see.
It's a bit of a shame for Brent Cruz, really. Of course, we're slated for a Ty Gibbs return at Chicagoland a couple of weeks away, but Portland, I believe, the only road course left between now and then. So Brent Cruz has had his one race, one win. I do hope to see him again, but that would come with another injury, which, of course, you have to be against.
Or he'd have to be a boner, which he isn't. Not even close, actually. As Brun Jones might be looking for a move here.
To the
Side by
inside
side
for the
through turn
54
one.
car.
Yeah, man, I think he is clear. So Brun Jones to the lead here at Indy.
Now the
It shows you the
54
strength of
getting
the inside.
multiple wins without Ty Gibbs would be kind of befitting of Ty Gibbs' career.
Yeah, even has a sponsor, somewhat.
Yeah, Menard's a long-time supporter of Brandon Jones. Came over with him to the Boner Cup Series. Of course, he's still got Monster Energy, as Ty Gibbs would normally have. So, good collaboration there.
Monster also now has the 95 car with Riley Herbst in the seat. So I think they're tapping both sides of the field right now. If Riley Herbst is still in last, I don't know if he is, but he was before.
Yes.
So you got the whole field kind of in a monster sandwich right now.
Actually, not a anything else sandwich, like, I don't know, a sound gear.
And the 36 car has made it to third. Ty Dillon dropping spots.
We
He's
don't
also
care about
lost
that because,
one.
yeah, Trevor Baines passed him too.
Yeah, Trevor Bain making Ty Dillon eat his Cinedust right now.
But it says on the back
Something
of
that
that
we're
car.
something that we're not really seeing that we see in other races. On the front stretch and the back stretch, you're not seeing this snaking yet, where cars are moving all over the track, all up and down, trying to block the draft, trying to make it so that the cars break away. Of course, we're lap 10 of 48, so still very early stages. Hard to predict whether or not they'll start using that tactic
Well, from
as
what
these
I
laps
see,
wind down.
it just seems like Sadler might be wanting to push Brandon Jones further ahead. Because, you know, John Hunter, Nemechek, Trevor Bain, they're both arriving with a ton of speed. But they might be in the draft range already.
Yeah, if there's one place you want to be, it's in the draft. You think of going back to the super speedway racing, fuel saving is very, very important here. So if you're being helped out by the air of another car in front of you, of course, that's going to help you out with mileage.
Fuel saving is a topic of conversation these days, but we see it at Indy normally with the Indy 500. Our fuel saving from pretty much, not even lap 1, like lap 0, even.
John Hunter Nemechek is on the rear now of Elliott Sadler,
Goes Trevor
looking
Bain.
at a move for second. Sadler's sticking to his guns. He's got the inside. And there it is, a little bit of blocking, trying to take more of the middle of the track. Because they're going to get hooked up now. This is a three-car tandem, essentially.
Derriere kind of separates him a little bit through the corner. And he right back on the bumper, and here comes John
There goes John
Hunter.
Hunter.
And Trevor Bain as well. I think he's actually going to get a run on the outside here. So,
The power
really
line
good
top,
corner.
keeps him into second.
and not the best move from John Hunter Nemechek, I think.
It also just looked like a really good corner for Elliott Sadler. Think of the amount of times you've had drag races to the line in NASCARs, in Indy cars. Turn 4 is the turn that you really need to know how to run the most.
Behind Ty Dillon, it's a whole mess back here.
Looking like Daytona out here. Boston Dillon leads. AJ Allmendinger here, Josh Berry, Danica Patrick, Casey Atwood, Paul Menard, Casey Mears.
Atwood having a good day for him, I would have said.
I mean,
Try to-
that 91 car is in the chase bubble. He has some good finishes. He could make it on points. As long as there's,
Evernham-
winners.
Evernham seems to have brought some good setups to the Brickyard today for their drivers.
Well, Elliott Sadler kind of just has a good setup every week. Oh, Alex Below out here, but he's getting passed by John Hunter.
But Nemechek didn't have the room to move up and try and block, which I suppose is maybe ideal, just trying to hug the inside.
I just think he didn't
He's
need to
passed
be
now.
honest. He's like way clear of him. So let's go back to this gaggle. So Josh Berry kind of separated from Casey Mears.
You have Todd Gilland on the inside looking for a pass on Paul Menard. He's getting help from Marcus Ambrose and Eric Almirola.
Two legacy cars.
And they're going to get very close.
Going low. I think he's pinning, actually. Yep. See,
Oh, we have
three
pinners.
cars. Yep, Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon as well. There's the leaders as well.
Yeah, Chandler and Brandon Jones making their way in.
So Jonathan Nemechek will lead a lap here at the Brickyard.
And it starts the famous pit strategy of Indianapolis. Every Indy 500, every Brickyard 400, you see lots of this race decided on the pit lane.
Doesn't matter if it's IndyCar or NASCAR. That's where you see the most passing here.
Some of these drivers going to want to look into things like the Connor Daly strategy that worked out for him in the race.
Yeah, Connor Daly is a great strategist of our times, so you may want to look to him for guidance.
Yep, see AJ and Danica Patrick diving low, so it's John Hunter Nemechek and Trevor Bain.
It's interesting as well to think about how early these cars move down. You've got such a wide and fast pit entry, but they're moving down on the inside of turn 4.
So
you got Stenhouse and Galicki. I think there's 2 others behind them.
That's Ryan Priest and Garrett Smithley.
So I guess some strategy from Rick Ware Racing, as well as 2 additional cars, to see if they can get anything by staying out. Maybe see if someone messes up exiting the pit lane or something or other.
Here's Bryn Jones and Ellie Sadler, Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon. So we'll see where they come out in comparison to these guys. They're kind of the ones that they were racing.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple cars that have come out ahead.
So there's Danica Patrick.
Or so I thought. It looks pretty clear ahead of Danica.
Yeah, I think Brandon Jones is going to be the leader pretty easily, but Danica Patrick seems to have jumped a few people in the pits.
It's a long pit exit, though.
Yeah, so she might lose a spot to Trevor Bain and Austin Dillon, but besides that, she's kind of good.
It's a very bad stop for John Hunter Nemechek. He was up at the second coming into the pit lane.
Well, can you expect anything else?
No,
That's a good
you really
pit stop
can't.
for Paul Menard, Josh Berry, Carson Hocevar.
Yeah, Hocevar was actually the first to dive down the pit, so...
There's Catherine Legg. Is she a lap down? Or is she here on speed?
Oh, actually, it doesn't seem like she's a lap down, actually.
Well, we're seeing some pace out of that Live Fast car. Catherine Legg, she does have some experience at the track, so maybe putting it to good use today.
This is also the first time Catherine Legg's doing 2 races in a row. She kind of elected to run the Brickyard as well. Just for fun, I guess. It's working out brilliantly.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing here, that number 78.
Yeah, she was scored at 17th on the start line.
'17th at the Indianapolis 500 is a lot better than most of these drivers can say they've done at the Indianapolis 500.
Indeed. Now Paul Menard will look for a move on Danica Patrick. Carson Hocevar will follow him through. John Hunter as well. I feel like this race has kind of flown by really quickly.
Yeah, we're getting close to half distance here.
I'll reach that on lap 24. And it's all Brandon Jones up front.
But, I mean, is this what Brandon Jones wants? He's in the lead, but it's no man's land. There's no cars behind him. There's no cars in front of him. He's just going to be going full speed this entire track. And as we were talking about fuel strategy,
well,
I don't think that's where you want to be, even if you are leading.
Oh, there's a caution, actually.
Caution.
Maybe he does want to lead. Brandon Jones will lead us, Elliott Sadler as well. I'll have to take a look at what happened. Maybe Danica Patrick? Yeah, she
That
looks.
gap you mentioned is gone now for Brandon Jones.
Yeah, not sure what happened, but we'll have to take a look at a replay.
What the fuck?
Alright, so we're taking a look here with Carson Hocevar and Danica Patrick. Seems like they kind of just come together for no reason. Takes out Josh Berry, takes out Trevor Bain. Actually, really good wreck avoidance from Catherine Legg as well. Thankfully, no one else involved.
It was a real hard hit for Josh Berry. You think the inside of the front stretch, that's just concrete.
Oh, we're here with the ELF onboard camera. We got Trevor Bain eating Cinedust, and, well, he's going to eat the wall. But Catherine Legg makes it through. Great wreck avoidance from her. Also going to put her in a great position in that lift fast 78 car. But now, let's go over to a commercial.
Chili's wanted to reintroduce the Presidente Margaritas to a NASCAR audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the catchy line. Ride the Dente, ride the Dente, that's all I wanna do is ride the Dente. Now, is this here country song about Chili's Presidente Margaritas just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente Margaritas? Yup, sure is. Ride the Dente.
Alright, welcome back to Indianapolis, where Josh Balicki and Garrett Smithley, I heard the Rick Ware Racing boys, they looked up to Connor Daly. They had a phone call with him before the race, asked him for some strategy tips, and it has worked out. The 52 and 53, they both did pit, but they pit before the caution. So that has put them up front, and behind them is Marcus Ambrose and Michael McDowell. As we are green, Josh Balicki leads them here at Indianapolis alongside his teammate Garrett Smithley. And Marcus Ambrose maybe get in there too. He is gonna pass for second, maybe.
Oh, I think
Maybe
he
for
will.
first.
Yeah, there he goes. There goes Eric Amarola as well. That's one of the other legacy cars.
Yeah, so this has worked out for Rick Ware Racing, Legacy Motor Club, and Front Row Motorsports, I'd say. They have two cars up here too.
Yeah, we got Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland as well. A pretty good day for them. Obviously, McDowell has a points penalty, so he definitely wants to maximize any points he can gain. Or he can just win. Oh,
But
Brent
for
Jones,
the top-
aggressive.
All of our top contenders are still here in this front group. None of them got shuffled back too much, so...
Yeah, besides Trevor Bain, but obviously he was involved in the accident, so... do some repairs.
More bad luck for the 6 car.
Yeah, Brendan's gonna have to work on Garrett Smithley. Actually, Josh Balicki is staying up here pretty well. Marcus
I mean,
Ambrose may be
Smithley,
trying
if
to
you just
snake.
pull him with top 10, that'd be good.
Well, I don't think so.
Well, wishful thinking.
Hunter Nemechek will also be wishing that Josh Balicki would move, but he has no reason to. They're both racing for
Almirola's
the win.
moving to the inside of Marcus Ambrose. It's not going to get the exit that he wants, though. Ambrose, there you go, ducking down to the inside, trying to block. Although he's blocking nothing at the minute. He's going to move back up. Big gap now between those two legacy cars.
Whatever he did, it worked.
Yes, definitely some games up at the front.
Marcus Ambrose, his best finish at the Brickyard, 16th.
Now, we
Could be
should
looking
note
to make it
Marcus
third.
Ambrose won at Pocono, and that is one of the most similar tracks on the schedule to this track. It's one of those high-speed, big oval racetracks, well, triangle, but it's similar to an oval.
No,
As
it's Steven
not a
Gisbergen,
Nemechek.
actually, but
Oh yeah, it was, I think. Or was it? I thought it was Ambrose.
I mean, close enough. They're both no, they're not. They're both supercar drivers.
They're not, no. They are supercar drivers.
And, well, these guys
I
are.
think
Yeah, here's Eric Amarola
He's
going for the
good at
lead. He's the guy that almost won Indy. And the lower series.
We also saw Gunnar Nemechek while I was talking about Ambrose moved Blicky out of the way a bit to get ahead of him.
For now.
Blicky able to settle into fourth though and keep his position. So.
But not under pressure from Elliott Sadler. But actually, no, he's
He
gonna
might get it
dive
back.
in on Dunn Hunter. Yeah. That's definitely a way to do it. Gonna also get some drafts from Marcus Ambrose.
Look at that, Blicky not backing down, despite the cars around him definitely having more under the hood than his little Rickway racing car.
I think that's what we're talking about with the draft. You can kind of manage to stay up front despite not having the best car. So, well, it won't matter if Sadler does that. Send it 3 wide. Open the door
Pretty
for Ty
aggressive
Dillon.
Sadler.
Open the door for Brandon Jones. Also Austin Dillon.
Yeah, Blicky, you just want to get down and clear if you can, but I don't know if that's going to open anytime soon.
Gosh, Balicki never finished better than 25th in the Brickyard 400. This could be another big day for that Rick Ware car.
He's just happy to be here, to be fair. Garrett Smithley currently scored in 13th, ahead of Michael McDowell, Cole Witt, H. Elmaninger, Scott Speed, Catherine Legg having a good run. So is Andy Lally. I haven't seen him qualify at all this season.
Yeah, he's doing good right now. That you think of underfunded teams, of course, TRG, not someone you see every week, so big accomplishment for them to get in the race.
Benedetto, Reed Sorensen, Casey Atwell, we were talking about him earlier, and kind of stuck in the back. There's Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's not the worst right now. He's, of course, more towards the back. Hendrick have really struggled in this series. Look at how much of a powerhouse they are. Justin Allgaier, of course, one of his teammates, he did not even make the race here today.
Yeah, I think when you talk about power, I feel like that's kind of their problem. It's like Casey Mears last season in the Germain 13. He was in the chase. He was a championship contender even. Now he's pretty much nowhere.
Yeah, this whole pack very bunched up. Johnny Sauter started decently. He's at the back now. Trevor Bain, as we said, involved in an incident.
Riley Herbst as well, filling in for Regan Smith, who thankfully will be back next week. So, not too much of a loss compared to people like Ty Gibbs and Tim Horner Jr.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Herbst is being an example of the drivers that really overperform in their equipment. Regan Smith, of course, very good in that 95. Riley Herbst, while he's middle of the pack right now, he's not really had the chance to get a good result.
He scored in 29th.
He's got Reed Sorensen cutting down on him.
Actually thought I saw some
side by
debris
side
on the track, but doesn't seem like it.
Have to check for the caution lights. I think we're okay. Yeah, still green.
Yeah, they didn't see it, or I'm hallucinating. So far, very possible. And Eric Amarola will definitely hope he's not hallucinating, as he has a massive gap. So does Ambrose. Here's a 4-car pack.
And I don't actually think any petty car has won at the Brickyard. So it's strange to think about.
The Brickyard kind of came into NASCAR after Richard Petty's prime, so they really haven't had any great shots of. Well, there's an incident back there. One of the Ganassi cars.
Sutter. Who is that? Oh, Reed Sorensen. But
Spinning
don't
through the
know.
grass.
I think they're gonna hold the flag a little bit. 3 wide into turn number 3.
A questionable decision to hold the flag for that. He is rough shape. 41. He's rolling at least.
Yeah, but that's not ideal at all.
So we're watching for the caution, if there is one.
I don't think we're getting one at this point.
Still
Maybe they find
green.
some
Where is Reed
debris.
Sorensen?
He's actually not
He's
hitting.
breathing. Okay.
Huh.
Well, an interesting
Quite
call
interesting,
from
yeah.
the officials here.
So, yeah, Marcus Ambrose and Brent Jones, I wouldn't say working together, but that's how Brent Jones get past Elliott Sadler. Here's Michael McDowell. He's diving low, so I think we know what that means. Yep, there he goes. Todd Gilliland as well. Eric Almirola as well.
Almirola, I was gonna say it's hard to think that he's still without a win this season so far.
Yep, but he is the points leader, so... Well, actually, he did lose the points lead after Portland, but... He's still in contention. It would not be shocking if he won the regular season title, which would guarantee a spot in the chase.
Teammate who we're looking at right now, Marcus Ambrose, probably going to pit this lap. He's locked into the chase.
If not the next, but no, there he goes. Brent Jones will stay out.
And so we're looking at Brandon Jones being in the same situation
Yep.
as he was before the first caution.
Well, look what's up here as well. That's Paul Menard. As he did all those years back, maybe trying to get another win at Indianapolis.
Yeah,
He's
he's
slow in
just
that corner.
slowly chipping away
Oh,
at
he's gonna open
position,
the door for
although
Ty
he's gonna...
Gilliland. Another Indy winner. DC Mears come out in front of Brandon Jones. Kind of going to be an awkward exit here, but Brandon Jones is going to clear him.
I think that was Smithy on the pit lane, and he was one of the last ones to come in on the last caution. So the interesting strategy from the 53, last pit cycle rather, not caution.
The hoping for a caution or something? Not sure. Casey Mears is kind of blocking Ty Dillon. Not really by intention, but it's kind of being forced to block him. Paul Menard will make a move on Elliott Sadler.
Sadler able to block it off.
Yep, but here's Marcus Ambrose. Here's Eric Almirola. Also see Todd Gilliland, but I'm not sure where he is on the track. Have to wait for scoring.
So Almirola, he's come out at a pretty good situation now.
There goes Sadler and Ty Gilliland pitting. We're gonna be actually skipping the pit stop thanks to our good sponsors at Blue Chew. Some other cars in the pit lane as well. Brandon Jones trying to make a move here. Not gonna do it.
We're seeing more through these turns. Just because you have the inside doesn't mean you're getting the run that you need to actually make a move.
That is what we're seeing here.
We're also trying to check for where Todd Gilliland is.
So Kearney scored in 32nd, Eric Almirola in 27th. So maybe this is for position? It'll be interesting because Todd Gilliland was not anywhere near the front before.
Front row motorsports, a good example of experience without success at this track. They're going to know some of the tidbits around strategy more than other teams. Of course, they have one here when it was the road course with Michael McDowell.
And
Good
even
underdog
on the road
victory.
course, Todd Gowen did get a couple good finishes, so they are very good on the road course layout, but not so much the oval.
And you saw
Yeah,
the difference in speed. Marcus Ambrose just plowing straight through John Hunt and Nemechek. And it's now McDowell's problem because he can't do the same.
William McDowell going low? Not pinning, he's just trying to get past him. Now,
Yeah, Casey
Mears
Mears is
is
looking
here.
opportunistic.
I don't even think it's her position. Actually, yes, it is. The Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Justin Haley as well.
2 winners this season, both having a day.
A day it is. Up at the front, Eric Almirola. I don't think they could make it, so whenever Almirola dives down, that should be his last pit stop.
Almirola would really hope to get this win because Almirola, one of the best drivers in points, I think the best driver in points, but still does not have a win, and you are never fully safe until you have a 1 in that wins column.
That's just how this format works. It doesn't really matter consistency. All that matters is getting a win, getting yourself locked in.
Hey, you think about Shane Van Gisbergen, he is nowhere in points, but of course logged into the chase with 2 wins.
Before this race, he was 28th in the points. So I guess good enough even if we ran the top 30 in points rule, but just barely. Paul Menard now moves to 2nd over Brendan Jones.
Battle of 2 Menards sponsored cars.
Yeah.
Representatives at the track, I'm sure they're having a great time.
Menards has such a huge history at Indianapolis. Just if you research the Menard family in Indianapolis, they've been sponsoring cars in the Indianapolis 500 for a long time. Huge company in the Midwestern region of the United States, and of course, Indianapolis, right in the heart of that region. It's a track with a lot of meaning to the Menard family.
Yeah, Paul Menard is kind of the weird exception where he never really dabbled into IndyCar. He's always been on the stock car side, but still representing Menards and still won a race with those Menards colors.
And it's strange to think. I believe it took until 2019 for Menards to win the Indy 500 as a sponsor. Of course, that was Simon Pagenaud for Team Penske in that race. But in terms of sponsorship, they have done it all. Of course, John Menard used to be a good qualifier for the Indy 500.
So you just got Speed being quiet in the top 10. Some sneaking action in front of them. It's Ty Dillon, David Reagan, Austin Dillon, and Marcus Ambrose. It's not a lot of laps to go here.
Thinking about it now, with Scott Speed, he's been nowhere this race, but I think it's funny to bring it up. He is well known for being in the field in the 2006 United States Grand Prix at this track, Formula One. One of the drivers that did not race out of protest, but he's racing here today, and he is in a pack right now, looking at 10th place.
Speed does know the Indianapolis Motor Speedway quite well. Maybe not the oval, but that's the point.
He knows turn 1, that's for sure.
Yeah, the F1 layout did actually use the oval, like the current IndyCar layout and the layout NASCAR used as well.
Just saw Reed Sorensen with his backbone blown out. Sorry, I can't speak right now. There's Trevor Bain with Travis Quapple, tandem drafting.
Dinosaurus as well with his left side blown out. Actually, both sides. That's a massive gaggle of cars back here.
Cars bunched up. The two cars at the front of that, Cole Witt and Brian Vickers. They got about a car length or two. There's David Stremme trying to hold off Scott Wimmer and Catherine Legg.
I'm not sure why the Ganassi cars just have no speed here. They're quite competitive otherwise.
You'd think they'd know something. Of course, Jamie McMurray won here for Ganassi in 2010.
Matt Kenseth also almost won a race for Ganassi in 2020. That was when he was quote-unquote washed.
Yeah, there's a lot of drivers that you would think would be washed in this field, such as Paul Menard that we just saw. But he's doing good. Unk still got it.
Bryn Jones is not really an Unk, but he's been in the Xfinity Series for 10 years at this point.
Caution!
Is that?
Caution.
Oh, yeah, the caution lights are
Didn't
on.
caution lights?
Okay then.
Well,
Oh
that makes
boy,
things
late race
interesting.
drama.
Yeah, I think Indy's kind of known for that in recent memory. Oh, Travis Quapple destroyed.
That is huge damage for Kafapple.
Yep, but Eric Amarola will lead us to the caution. We'll have to take a look at a replay, because I think we missed something big.
Well, it seems that the caution was brought out for Andy Lally. He's side by side with David Stremme right now. They're actually going 3 wide. And a bit of contact, and Lally just keeps turning left. And Legg, big hit into the wall.
Grinch
Did just get caught up in it. Oh my goodness, Johnny Sauter. That's Rolls Cody Ware.
Travis Quapple. What are we doing?
Oh my god, that
big
car's
contact
destroyed.
throughout the field. Nobody wanted
Trevor
to
Bain
stop.
just gets into Johnny Sauter on the pit lane.
Well, that's not what you want from that underfunded Live-Fast 7018. Not at all.
We have to check if Catherine Legg is okay. We just saw her doing barrel rolls down in turn 4.
Yeah, she was doing tricks on it for free. But, cut to a quick commercial. Actually, not really quick at all.
The drive to win is for life. And with Sprint, so is unlimited, guaranteed. Switch now and save up to $100 off any phone.
Welcome back to the NR2003 Boner Cup Series, and we got some unfortunate news. After that terrible accident in turn number 4, we have lost the Grinch.
One of the hardest announcements we've had to make in the Boner Cup series, and it's honestly a shame that we're going green again. But the race show must go on.
I think my toughest announcement is saying that Eric Amarola is leading us to the green as 2 Toyotas on the bottom row, and then 2, not really Midwesterners, the top row.
Yeah, it's going to be down to team games now. The 2 Toyotas are certainly going to help out their potential of a race win. You see Todd Gilliland already losing Paul Menard.
Yeah, but Brenton Jones is not losing Eric Amarola here. They're side by side coming to turn number 3. We saw Brent Cruz win last week at Portland when Brenton Jones decided to sit out the race to other commitments, but seeing here, Brent Jones back to the lead, and could he be the second guy to win in that 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing? Actually,
just needs to hold on for a few more laps, but if they're falling, then who else can run out of fuel?
But Gilliland? I think those are the cars that pitted early. They tried to skate out for, well, not sure. But,
Well, we're at 2 to go now, so
and that's a massive gap for Brandon Jones.
Brandon Jones is going to be begging and pleading that he's got enough fuel in the car.
Also going to be begging that they hold the flag for whatever can happen.
We've got Sadler and Menard close together. They're going to be trying to team up and make this a race for the win.
And
Jones
they
is
are
slowing up,
closing.
I think,
Oh, he's
but he's
good,
staying
Adam.
out.
So he will take the white flag here at Indy, but does he have enough to make it? And do these guys have enough to catch him? Actually, Paul Menard thinks he can do better if he's up front. I don't think that's going to help them at all.
No, it's going to stop that draft. They're still gaining, and it's, well, no, it's actually more of a swap of positions, but I think it's too late.
Austin Dillon behind them
You
as
need
well.
a
Marcus
huge
Ambrose.
run or something to happen to Brandon Jones here.
You know, that it would take a miracle at this point. But we have seen miracles in the past, so it's not.
Jones
shocking.
rounding turn 3, and he is clear of traffic and competition by the looks of it. Menard is not going to get there.
10 or 15 years ago, we saw Menard's car in Victory Lane. We are going to see another one. Brandon Jones wins at the Brickyard.
And a top 2 shutout for the Menards brand.
Yep, Elliott Sadler runs up to top 3, and then Austin Dillon, Marcus Ambrose, David Reagan, Justin Haley, then Ty Dillon, Scott Speed, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. run up the top 10.
I don't think I saw Scott Speed the entire race. I don't know how he got up here, but good run for him.
Talent. Good run for the Rick Ware cars that we were talking about as well. Garrett Smithley finishes 12th, Josh Balicki 13th. Also Corey LaJoy in 20th.
The Connor Daly strategy really works out for Rick Ware Racing.
Riley Herbst as well, top 20. So I think he can be happy about that. You've seen Brendan Jones go for his burnout. Hopefully he doesn't do it over the bricks, because that's bad. Can't do that. And thankfully he is not. So yes, he's respectable. Oh.
Oh! Someone who's not respectable. From the pit lane.
Well, we don't need to talk about that, I think. And Eric Almirola will come home with another terrible finish. Through kind of no fault of his own.
Hey, Coach Gibbs!
Hey, Brandon.
You've won a lot of championships over the years. What's one thing you'll never forget?
Those ice water baths poured on me after those games. That was awful.
So what brings you into Menards besides the great prices and services?
A new water heater.
You've come to the right place. Menards has the best selection of Richmond water heaters.
Let's just leave the coaching to me. What are you buying?
A water cooler to celebrate our next big win.
No.
Save big money at Menards.
Alright, and welcome back to the NR2003 Boner Cup Series. After, not really calm, not really chaotic, I don't even know how to describe that. It was a race. Saw a second part-timer get their win in the same car. So, good for Brandon Jones, but that doesn't really do anything for the points. What does do something is Eric Mola having a terrible finish, which propels Elliott Sadler back to the top of the standings. Him falling down to second. And behind them, Ricky Simmons Jr., David Reagan, Daniel Suarez, Marcus Ambrose, Andre Nemechek, Ryan Vickers, Eric Jones, and AJ Allmendinger. And on your top 10.
In 11th place with 326 points is Justin Haley. He is a winner this season already. Casey Atwood, who we were talking about today, is 4 points behind him in 12th. Then it's Austin Dillon with 307, Carson Oswald with 306, David Strimmy with 303, Todd Gilland with 302, and a little bit more of a gap with Matt DiBenedetto with 299 in 17th. Reed Sorensen is in 18th with 295 points, and to round out your top 20, Ryan Preece and Ty Dillon are separated by 1 point with 286 and 285.
Then is Casey Mears in 21st, followed by Travis Kafakel, who's grabbed that EK Racing car up to 22nd in points. And that is Trevor Bain, despite his win, lagging behind his teammates in the standings in 23rd. Then Harrison Burton in 24th. Garrett Smithley with a great points position for that Rick Ware Racing car in 25th. Then Danica Patrick in 26th. Michael McDowell with that points penalty finds himself all the way down to 27th. Shane Van Gisbergen, despite 2 wins, is stranded 28th in points. Cole Witt then follows him in 29th. And then it is Josh Balicki, my favorite driver, in 30th. And which truck are we going to next week in the Boner Cup Series?
Well, next week, we're kind of starting a bit of an international doubleheader. Actually going to the land down under for the Calder Park Thunderdome on a trip to Rio de Janeiro. So that should be something interesting to look out for. After that, it's Iowa. So we hope to see you next week for some ride turns. Goodbye.